Dandelion, you're a joy to my eyes. Dandelion, you're a joy to my eyes. Oh, your yellow and gold flies through the breeze. Far and wide you spread your seed.
From the mundane to the magic, and the humble to the harmonious, I'm now ready to share with the world the medicine that has inspired me to release old fears and patterns and realize my full potential, finding the full spectrum of peace and excitement and everything in between, and that it's available to me right now and in each and every moment as I walk my own unique path of wonderment in the world. This podcast will inspire, hopefully, not only my journey and my story, but also yours. Welcome to Dandelion Stories. I'm Emily Doe, sharing stories through this podcast and learning and growing as I go. Hello and welcome to this third episode of Dandelion Stories. I started to work on this episode a good couple of weeks ago, and it's been a really crazy couple of weeks. It's been a couple of weeks where I've really felt a lot going on. I felt some really huge emotional, energetic waves. I've certainly been feeling human, because after all, that is what we're all here to experience. It's felt as if in one moment all of the joy and the delight and the magic of life is here to support me, and in another moment it's felt like things are crashing down around me. And so I've had to really try and stay present. We're all human, and it's really easy for external things to pull us out of our center, to pull us out of our knowing, to initiate a fear response within us, which of course can have us stuck in a dysregulated place within ourselves, within our nervous systems. And I'm really grateful that I have worked for a long time now, almost 15 years, working in movement therapy and having the chance to really learn about our human body and our nervous system, and really cultivating my own practices around how to stay present in the moment, or bring myself back to presence in the moment, and then sharing that with other people. And a couple of weeks ago, when I wanted to plan out this podcast, something happened in my world which really did shake me. And I've had a few moments since then, fleeting moments of just running away. And that's something that I recognize that I have done for a large part of my life. Buried my head in the sand, wanted to run away. And I'm really thankful that I now have this, not just one way, but many ways to reground myself, bring myself back into my body, bring myself back into a feeling of safety. and that I can lead with love and serve other people, even when things seem out of control in my own world. We all are constantly evolving, changing, looking inward, and more people are actually going on that journey inwards. And one of the ways that I love to do that, probably my most favourite way actually that I love to do that, is via tarot and journaling. It's now 5 to 5 on the 15th of July 2024, and I was hoping to have this episode recorded, edited, uploaded and out on social media by about 7 a.m. this morning, and I'm still sat here mulling over what I really want to say. And I recorded an episode on my birthday, which was last Thursday. I really wanted to vow not to mess with it, not to edit it, not to take out all the ums and the ahs and the pauses, and I realised after a few times of listening back through and really feeling the urge to want to edit and want to change it and make it sound better, I realised that I've been doing that my whole life. I've been really, through fear of not being good enough, kind of editing myself. And for a long time that meant that I didn't express myself at all, or not in the way which I maybe felt I wanted to. And now I am expressing myself in the way that I want to. I want to just say that actually there might be a schedule and there might be a promise that I've made to myself to do things by a certain time. But I'm not really always ready, or I don't always feel together enough to meet the deadline. And that's okay. So as I was driving home from work earlier, I decided that I was going to re-record, but I wasn't going to try and edit what I'd already done. I was just going to have a little ramble and put it out there and share with you all how my own practice of reading tarot and journaling on tarot has really helped me to give my soul a real outlet to come through and to help me. It's kind of cathartic. It's therapy for me, and I really need that time with myself at the moment to get through some stuff that's going on in my life. And so this episode, which was going to be called surfing the waves of change or something like that, and then it was going to be called the one about gratitude, because I am so grateful and thankful for so many things in my life. But do you know what? Sometimes things are shit. Sometimes things are shit. And at the moment, this energy we're going through in July is like a freaking roller coaster. And actually, most people I've spoken to are feeling it. They're really feeling it in some way. So I came home from work. I made myself a really gorgeous cup of tea. I lit a candle. I listened to my favourite astrology podcast. which confirmed that we're in a bumpy time at the moment, cosmically. And then I pulled myself a card. And I pulled myself the 9 of Wands. And the Wands energy, which I'll go into in a moment, is all about passion and creation. And that is one thing that I have an abundance of at the moment, is passion and creativity. And I think I second guess myself a lot. And I think imposter syndrome features a lot. And I just want to say on that how important it is to surround yourself with community that get that. If you're feeling that way, if you have as many scattered thoughts as I do, and struggle sometimes to understand why you might be on this emotional roller coaster through life, I'm just really thankful for the practices that I have available to me now, and I am able to really amalgamate or combine many wonderful practices together to not only help myself but also to serve others. And so with the coaching that I do with women, I use a blend of movement therapy, embodiment, talking, tarot, journaling. So I sat with my cup of tea and my tarot card, and I journaled on the 9 of Wands. And before I go into that card and what that brought up for me today, I want to say that when I was younger, I was scared of tarot. And if I was ever anywhere where there was tarot cards or any witchy business going on, I would get really, really spooked, and I would feel really icky, and it's like I didn't want to know about all of that. And I think that there's definitely a new way emerging. Maybe it's more of a true representation of how we can consider things like tarot. And actually, for me, it's been amazing to intuit and interpret using the prompts in the cards. And I love to share that with other people and really do that inner work in community with other people. And we don't need to be scared of it, because there's so much goodness in each of the cards. And I really want to bring tarot into my communities with that really loving intention, to use it to help us to really connect with ourselves, with our deep knowing, and help us to make choices and set boundaries for ourselves. So the 9 of Wands is all about growth, development, persistence, trust, and expansion. And I've called this episode Connecting with My Rebel Heart and My Newfound Love of Tarot. And I just, before I go any further, want to thank again, as I've thanked her many times on my social media over the last couple of months, Alice Grist and her amazing Rebel Heart Tarot. And I'll put links to that in the show notes. And on the box it says, discover the divine power in the everyday. And the artwork is by Nikki Cotton. Wonderful artwork. And the imagery in the Nine of Wands is a woman climbs pencils towards the sky, supported by colourful balloons and protected by a smiling umbrella. And the meaning in the card, you have come so very far, and while the steps ahead may not be clear, there is an inner devotion to the climb. You are supported by friends, associates, some magical unseen spirit, and not least by a touch of your own self-belief. As you move to the next unseen step, it magically appears. With trust as your ally and a lifetime of experience and skills, you will soon reach the top of your mountain. The Nine of Wands calls on your resilience while recognizing the unusual support systems you might engage. There are no limits or bounds to the potential this life holds. The only things that could hold you back are doubt and fear, both of which are cultural expectations, not necessarily anything to do with your reality. Now is the time to muster your confidence, remember your greatness, and find ways to leap with grace towards your hopes. And the personal prompt is, consider how swapping fear for hope might be helpful. With a power affirmation, there is no such things as mistakes. So having pulled that card and read in the guidebook that which I just read to you, I sat with my pen and I just let the words spill out of me onto the page. I'm going to read them to you now. I have so much hope within me. I live in constant communication with hope. And my hope isn't even really hope. It's a belief in unseen energy and magical happenings that support and guide me always. Even when things don't work out, there is so much to take from the experience by way of guidance and growth. So when there is so much uncertainty, for which there is so much unsure in the air right now, it can sometimes feel like unsafe. But I remind myself that there is always magic when we believe and are open to receive. And in those moments, there is most definitely an energy of hope, which is alchemical to fear. I trust myself and I trust in my experience so that I can breathe in a sigh of lightness, which carries us with love on the merry journey of life. So I just take a nice deep breath in and out and really feel that in my body. Feel the trust in that. And I feel like I want to just sing a song just to end this mini broadcast today. A song that was shared with us all at the Singing Leader training that I went to with the Singing Mamas last November. And this song was taught to me by Rachel Hales, who I think really helped me to reignite my spark of magic. When I learnt this song in circle with all of my fellow trainees, felt like my heart had opened for the first time in a really, really long time. That was a special moment, so thank you, Rachel. I have thanked you already. I'm thanking you again now. And the song is called You Are So Loved by Heather Houston. You are so loved. You are so loved. You are so loved. You are so loved. So, if you are listening and you need to hear that, just feel it in your body. You are so loved. Thank you for listening to this ramble today. I'm going to get it out. I'm going to get it published. And the next time I'm with you, 3 weeks from today, I'm trusting that the energy will have shifted again and that many magical things would have happened. Sending so much love. Till next time. When we work together in collaboration with each other, helping other women to find their voices and share their stories, it gives permission for everybody else to rise up and do the same. So until next time, sending so much love.
Dandelion, you're a joy to my eyes. Dandelion, you're a joy to my eyes. Oh, your yellow and gold flies through the breeze. Far and wide you spread your seed.
I want to give a big, heartfelt thank you to Laura Julius Cohen for donating so kindly her beautiful Dandelion song to this podcast. Laura is the lead singer-songwriter of Soulbound. Go check them out. I've put links to their socials in the show notes. Laura also loves dandelions, and she loves how far their seeds can travel, just like songs and stories. Again, I'd just like to mention that I really love it when you share, rate and review on whichever podcast station you prefer to listen to. Thank you.